Hello and what is up guys, Tomcat here, and today we're back in Forza Horizon 3 and we're going to be talking about a couple of things in this video. The actual topic of this video is not quite related to what we're going to be doing. The topic of this video is some discussion about Forza Horizon 4 and some different things about the locations and stuff like that. But what we're actually going to be doing is unlocking, we're going to be using the Forzathon to unlock a free 918 Spider. So we're going to have to pick up a retro supercar and either that or find one in our garage. But regardless, that is not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is there's been all this discussion about the Forza Horizon 4 location as of recently. And the whole thing with Forza Horizon 4's location is I feel like the location of Forza Horizon 4 isn't actually that important. Now, what do I mean by that? Because I know a lot of people are going to be, of course it's important. It's the main feature of the game. And I'm completely with you. I completely understand where everybody is coming from when they say that, right? I mean, I completely understand where everybody is coming from when they say that. This thing looks freaking crazy. 1,200 horsepower, 2,500 pounds with like an outrun design on it. That thing's awesome. Oh, this 911 GT2 as well. Holy crap. Dude. Oh, it's only fitting to unlock the 918 with another Porsche, I think. But this thing's going to be a little tricky to get ultimate skill chains in. I mean, our big goal with it is going to be just to do a bunch of our big goal with it really is our strategy is to pretty much drift as much as possible and get as many ultimate drift skills as we can. But anyways, so, wow, this thing feels weird after getting out of a... Whoa, okay. So much rear grip. This thing feels weird after getting out of an E36 M3 drift car. But anyways, like I was saying, the whole thing with Forza Horizon 4's location, and the reason why I think the location isn't actually all that important, is because of the fact that the location, the content of the location is, wow, I need a different car. This thing has so much rear grip that, well, let me try it from first person. Because some cars I really only prefer to drift from first person. But no, like, the reason why I say, where are you going? Okay, the reason why I say the location of Horizon 4 isn't actually as important as everybody thinks it is, yeah, I'm switching cars, is because of the fact that I think the more important thing to think about isn't necessarily the location itself, but the content of the location, whatever that location may be. Because if you look on, if you look at, pretty much all the news about Horizon 4, if you look at the forums, if you look at whatever, there's people that have speculated everything from, of course, Japan, the UK, California. I talked about California. There's some people speculating Brazil even, which, I mean, I don't know if that would support a Horizon game, but, I mean, nonetheless, it would be interesting. But the thing is, they could do any location they wanted, and if it had everything that made a Horizon game great, then it would work just fine. And there really wouldn't be any issue at all, other than the fact that, of course, there's going to be location-based fanboys. But I think at the end of the day, dude, at the end of the day, it's about what's present in that location more so than what's... Wow, this thing is nuts. Okay. I mean, it's all-wheel drive, and it's freaking, oh, there's our first ultimate. Woo, God! All it wants to do is freaking go straight. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is that once you get a location, it's as long as that location has everything that makes a Horizon... Hi! Really, bro? That makes a Horizon game, the actual location itself doesn't matter. If you give us the mountain roads and the highways and the cities and, everything that makes a Horizon game work, then you pretty much got it taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much got the location sorted right at that. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, oh, well, I'm not buying it if it's not Japan. I had a lot of those comments on my, on some of my videos and stuff about Horizon 4. There are a lot of, and the locations and stuff like that, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, Japan is the only place I want to see the game, and that's it. And I feel like that's kind of short-sighted because there's so many other places that can support everything that we want out of a Forza game. I mean, put it this way. Would you rather have, for example, let's just say it was in California, just for simplicity's sake. would you rather have a, whoa, wow, would you rather have a full-fledged Horizon game that had absolutely everything, and was based in California, or a Horizon game that wasn't quite as full, but was based in Japan? Like, would you still prefer the game just because it was based in Japan, even if it had less content, is what I'm saying. So, that's the biggest thing to think about, is that when you're trying to figure out a location that works, it's really, like, everybody gets so caught up in, this is difficult. But no, everybody gets so caught up in what the location actually is, when really what we should be talking about is what is actually present in the game. Because I frankly don't care where the game is based, as long as the content that makes a Horizon game work is present. And I think that that is what everybody ends up overlooking when they talk about, oh, I want this location, I want that location, I want this location, I don't care about any other locations. I think that if the game is, like, dynamically the best Forza Horizon game to date, oh, please get back on before, wow, this car's tricky because of the all-wheel drive system. But, like, that's the thing, is if the game is literally the best, most full-fledged Horizon game that's ever been made, I feel like it would be extremely short-sighted just to overlook it because it's, say, for example, not in Japan. And I'm not saying it's not going to be in Japan, but I'm saying that so many people, wow, I think, and it's weird because I'm getting these little mini frame hiccups that, and they're not, like, performance hiccups, they're just weird. Sometimes I get them and they, like, if you get them mid-drift, you lose your, like, not really your ability to correct, but your timing gets dramatically thrown off. And I know there's going to be people that are going to comment saying, oh, that's just an excuse, you suck at drifting, oh. And I'm like, I mean, oh, that ended in a, that was ironic timing, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But no, like, I think that there's so many people that are saying that they're going to not buy the game if it's not in Japan, that are going to miss out, potentially, on a absolutely incredible game, and quite possibly the best Horizon game of the series. And I have no idea yet, you know. I don't think anybody has any idea yet, except for, you know, the creators of the game themselves. And, frankly, I would hope that Horizon 4 is their most ambitious Horizon game as of yet. Oh, God, somebody's freaking out right there in a freaking glitch or something. But, yeah, I think that getting to know the game world is far more important than the actual location, because you can have I think in the long run, even if, like, if it was set in Japan, for example, like, if it was set in Japan, I feel like you'd have a lot of people that would go, oh, dude, that's awesome, it's set in Japan. But if that version of the game wasn't quite as fleshed out as, like, all the other, you know, possible locations, then I feel like it would kind of get old. You know what I mean? Like, you would lose that feeling of what makes a Horizon game, because these locations, really, I feel like they put a lot of effort into the locations, yes, but the actual, like, the largest amount of effort has to go into the actual content. And, you know, you can pick any location you want, and it can be incredible so long as the content is there. And that's why I think that, yeah, it could be in California and be awesome. It could be in the UK and be awesome. It could be in Japan and be awesome. I mean, hell, it could be in Norway and be awesome. I mean, like, I really don't care where the location actually is, as long as all the content that we want is present in the game. That's really all I care about when it comes to Horizon 4, because at the end of the day, you play for the content and not necessarily the location, if that makes any sense. I think it's one of those things where you can take for example, some of the older Ferraris, like from the early 80s, that were really, really, really slow, but still said Ferrari on them. You could drive that and go, ooh, cool, it's a Ferrari, but if it's super slow and it breaks down all the time, is it really going to give you the experience you want? Now, to be fair, if you get a 458 or a 488, then, I mean, go for it. That is the, like, that's, the 488 is like Horizon 1 to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that game was so freaking awesome, and they did absolutely the, like, dude, that game world had, like, all the content I think everybody was looking for. And You know, sure, there could have been some things done differently, but there's always things that could have been done differently in, like, you know, whatever game, you know, give or take whatever game world you prefer. But, oh my god. There's another ultimate skill chain. Have we done that Forzathon yet? How close are we? 10 ultimate skill chains. So, I mean, we've done an ultimate skill chain. Oh! Not necessarily ultimate skills, but ultimate skill chains. I got it now. But yeah, it looks like it might take a little bit longer than I thought to acquire that 918. So what I'm going to do is I think, whoa, God, is I think I'm going to work on that, like, work on getting the 918 with a different car, because this thing, I mean, it's a drag car. It is not set up to do this, and I thought it was going to be a lot simpler, and frankly, that was not the topic of the video. Anyway, the topic of the video was how I think we need to focus less on the location of where Horizon 4 is, like, supposed to be, and instead focus on what's going to come in the content, because the content is going to determine the life of that game, not necessarily just the location alone. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that like button. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.